Get in one's element to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And there are 4 elements according to today's idiom. I am obviously a water element, which we'll talk about in a minute. But the 4 elements are water, earth, fire, and air. Not in that particular order, not in any particular order. But in addition to the world, back in the Elizabethan period, they divided everything, living and non-living, into these 4 categories of existence. They thought that these were the components to life, all life on earth, and all physical as well as other things. And so it came into being, the idea of being in one's element came into being during that period. Earth, fire, water, and air are those 4 elements. And since then, other things have been divided in 4 categories, have been used to describe a lot of things. Think of the Myers-Briggs disc analysis, etc. Those things also correspond with astrology, right? And our signs. There's 3 water signs, 3 earth signs, 3 air signs, and 3 fire signs, right? I happen to be a water sign. And if horoscopes and things, I'm not a big fan of those, but it is interesting how people born under certain signs and certain dates have similar behaviors. Now, maybe it's because we've been taught that for many, many years, and that if you are a certain sign, you have these characteristics. And then that means we see those characteristics in ourselves more often. Well, this idiom, in one's element, can be used to grow and build and supersize our business. How? Number 1, understanding ourselves and what we're awesome at. When do we flow? When do things come easily for us? That means we're working in our element. For me, anytime I am around water or near water or thinking about water, I flow more easily. It increases my confidence and helps me to do the things that I love to do. And those are the things we do best. And those are the things we want to bring to the world and share with the world. That's the first way we can supersize our business, by knowing and being in the flow and being in our own element, being in one's own element. Understanding our customers, what is important to them, and when they flow and when they come to us for solutions, because we match their expectations, we give them the customer experience they want, because we understand that people are different, and what they respond to and what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for another. So we figure out how to serve the people that we want to serve to the best of our ability from their point of view, from their perspective. And that allows us to be in our element, allows them to be in their element, and allows us to match up and choose one another when it comes to doing business, which helps us to grow and build and supersize our business. Listening, learning, and adjusting is one of the best, fastest, easiest ways we can get into our element to build and grow and supersize our business. How do we do that? Well, we ask the people that we're here to serve, what do they want? How do they want it? And then we find ways to give it to them. We test and we tweak until we find the best way of serving them. That helps us to grow and build and supersize our business. And then one of my favorites, of course, is the idea of continuous improvement. We're not going to get it right the first time. We might not even get it right the 12th time, but if we keep going forward, if we keep really having the intention of serving people and doing the best job that we can and making the world a better place, we are bound to figure it out. And once we figure out what works for us, we just continually improve that. And that causes us to get into flow, which means we're in our element. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom. Share in the comments below. I like it because I like to feel good and know that I'm in the flow and know that what I'm doing is making a difference in the world. So share how you feel about this particular idiom. What's your element? Do you know what your element is? Mine, I knew without even knowing. I've always been a water person, and I happen to be born under one of the water signs, which I guess makes sense for me. So have an awesome day. I'll, of course, see you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you apply it to building and growing your business? Try to look for a different perspective when I look into these idioms, because I know that how we look at things makes all the difference in the world, and how we choose to think about them and what we choose to believe makes it easier to grow and build and supersize our business than if we decide it's going to be hard and we have to struggle. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll of course be with you tomorrow.